Let's see, today is May the 31st, 2022. I'm 217 pounds today. I'm pretty excited. That put me at the 50-pound mark. Let's see, I started in July 21, so I've been at it about 10 months. So it's one of those deals that it's not coming off real quick. It's been real world. Let's see what else I want to cover on this. Everything's starting to fit a little bit better. All my 2X t-shirts I can fit all in them into all those really well now. I'm starting to fit into some of my bigger extra large t-shirts, so you know that's pretty cool. And we took the race car out back in beginning of May, and getting inside the car was way easier, way more comfortable. I felt more comfortable in the car and felt a little bit sharper. And working on those cars, you got to get on the ground and you got to get up a lot, and it was better. You know, I still got a ways to go, but it's all better. I haven't checked my blood pressure here lately, so I really don't know where that's at just yet, but it's all kind of coming along and getting better. See what I want to cover next here. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about this internet fasting deal a little bit. I started that, I believe, on April the 4th, so that puts me about 7 weeks into it. And let's see, the last 10-pound deal, my entry on that was April the 24th. So this last 10 pounds has took me, what, about 7 weeks, I believe? Something like that. About 5 or 6 weeks. But I come along pretty good. The internet fasting deal is working pretty good for me. And really anybody that would consider trying it, I recommend get a hold of your doctor first. It's probably not for everybody, but you know, I've been getting on YouTube and I've been listening to Dr. Jason Fung. He's a kidney doctor out of Canada. And Dr. Jamatis, he's a heart doctor out of Florida. But both those guys put a lot of stuff on the internet, and they get extremely detailed. And then they can also kind of make it simple enough where, you know, common people can kind of get something out of it. But so far, the internet and fasting is working out pretty good for me. It does give me a little bit of leadway if I slip up. You know, you can skip a few meals, but, you know, it's not magic. You still have to watch everything. And that's one thing these guys really talk about an awful lot that I'm just now kind of picking up on. They talk about that whenever you eat anything, it makes your body secrete insulin. And they say while you're in that state of secreting insulin, your body just puts fat on and it can't switch over to burning the fat. And they really talk a lot about your sugars, your flour, and just your real concentrated carbs, I guess. And they say the worst one is absolutely the sugar and this fructose corn syrup. They're talking that's just as bad as the sugar. And they really talk about the flour a lot. But they're saying the more you can get back to just more whole foods, which is tough to do. That's not really realistic for a lot of people. And I'm trying to figure out a way that I can sit down in restaurants and eat and run around and find something to work for me. But in the past week, I've been really concentrating on the old-fashioned thing that everybody's been talking about here lately, cutting the carbs back and staying away from that flour. You know, you go into Hooters and buy some chicken wings, you know, that's all breaded and everything. So it's I've been concentrating on all that, and I really wanted to discover ways that I can fit into my lifestyle and be realistic. But let's see, my longest fast, I think it's been 71 hours. I've done a few of them around 40, 41 hours, around in there 42, and I'm very comfortable at the 1 meal a day thing. When they use the word intermittent fasting, they make it sound kind of complicated, but it's the old thing. You're just skipping meals. But you know, and these doctors talk a lot about the transitions that your body goes through and all that. And you know, I'm not a doctor, scientist, or have a lab, and can't really check any of that. But you know, I'm 56 years old now, and I've really been struggling to find something that works. And you know, I grew up around you count the calories. You know, in the 90s we started counting the fats, and then the Atkins come along, and that always kind of scared me a little bit. But I kind of like what these guys here are talking about. And like I said, I haven't been doing the fasting thing, but now I think about 7 weeks, so I'm still new at it still, and I don't know everything, but I'm having pretty good luck with it. And like I said, if anybody wants to try it, I really recommend talking to a doctor, especially if you're on much medications and all that. You know, if you wanted to go over much over 12 hours without eating, there's probably a lot of risk for a lot of people. But it's coming along pretty good, and I think I got about everything on here. Like I said, I've been at this now for 10 months and 50 pounds. So, I mean, I'm not losing an incredible amount of weight, but I'm really trying to concentrate on not just taking it off really quickly, and I'm trying to figure out things that I can do that'll stick. Because you know, at 269 pounds, I wasn't on any medication yet, but man, everything was getting harder, and that's why it's kind of like, I feel like I was pre-everything. You know, pre-getting ready to have to be on blood pressure medicine, probably not too far away from being concerned about, you know, diabetes and blood sugar. So it's like, and I've been fighting this weight thing my whole life. It's just, being older, it's even harder now. And that's why I'm kind of doing this video thing. I don't know if it'll actually go on the internet or not. I'm still kind of collecting and still learning. But I figure there's got to be a lot of people out there in a similar boat that I am. And you know, I figure doing this can help me along a little bit. And if there's one person out there that maybe it'll help them a little bit, this could all be worthwhile. But I guess that's about all I got to cover this time around. I'll see everybody in another 10 pounds. Thanks.